Hello, my fellow Earth Angels. Thank you so much for being here and joining me today. I wrote down some food affirmations or food prayers. I wanted to read them to you. I pray that every moment of peace I've ever had returns to me in this now, as a calm nervous system, a trusting heart, and an effortless choice. I breathe in the embodied remembrance of who I really am and why I'm really here. I honor the inner conversation that takes place every time I meet a growing edge or fear narrative. My inner voice is my ally. I use it as such. I trust the redirection of all things back into love. Thank you for this abundance in the form of food. I see clearly how my entire existence is being supported by every big and little blessing upon my path. How lucky am I? I welcome all that deepens my connection to trust. I am resourced and I am safe. Just remembering what I am feeding with this food, what frequency, what dreams, what desires and goals. This first recipe I have made every single week for the past 4 weeks. It's a Tom Kha inspired soup and it feels healing and so good for you, but it's also really delicious and really filling with super simple ingredients that you might already have on hand. So I'm just starting out with a big pot and I'm using this Thai broth that isn't necessary. I just thought that it would add a bit more of the coconut flavor, but you can just start off using veggie broth or even just water and prepping your veggies. You can honestly add whatever you want to the soup, but lemongrass is very important. And to be a bit more traditional, I'm just adding some simple root veggies, including kabocha squash and carrots and broccoli. I also added tomatoes and tofu and ginger. One of the main ingredients is coconut meat, and what you can do is add a can of coconut milk to your fridge and the fat part will rise to the top. So just add in that coconut fat, and then I'm using this Thai curry paste and adding pretty much half the jar into the soup and also the lemongrass. So I personally am too lazy to pick out the lemongrass while I eat, so I separate it and cook it in a little strainer, and after the veggies have mostly boiled down, I'll add in my greens so that they don't overcook. I do that at the end. This is how the soup turns out. It tastes delicious with some lime on top, and you can make this super spicy with cayenne or even adding jalapenos in it, just whatever spice that you enjoy, and it takes the health factor to the next level in my opinion if you're just really sweating. Little break from the recipes because I wanted to give you a little fitness update. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know I used to post a lot of fitness related content. I love working out. It has been my jam since I was like 13 years old. I would read 17 magazine and do their workouts, but I think that for a lot of my life I was fueling orthorexia, just being so immensely healthy and working out as a way to burn the calories that I had eaten. And I feel like in the past 5 years, I have really been trying to redefine what health means to me. I have had to take breaks from working out and even eating immensely healthy. And this is why fitness and health can look so different on every single person. I feel much more ready to work out. I started working out again, kind of restarting my fitness journey. And I started working with a personal trainer on Copilot, which is the sponsor of today's video. They're a workout app that connects you to a personal trainer to help you build consistency and stick with your fitness and nutrition goals over a long period of time and just help you to show up for yourself every single day, which has been the biggest priority for me. So you have an initial onboarding call with your personal trainer, checking in on what the fitness goals are, what past things didn't work, and things that you're trying to avoid. So I have been doing workouts twice a week. On the third day, I have a stretching and mobility class, which I'm really grateful for. And Copilot is incredible. It's not like other workout apps because you do have this personalized experience with your trainer who you can message and schedule meetings with and basically communicate with on the workout things that you're enjoying, things that you want more of. I wanted to start my workouts out a little bit less intense since I was dipping my toes back in, and then rev up the intensity over time. And that's exactly what I'm doing. The first workout that I did with Copilot, I remember there was one exercise that just didn't work for my body. I just felt awkward doing and it didn't feel right. So I messaged my coach and she took that out of the program immediately. And it's really a personalized experience, which I appreciate. You can actually talk to another human and get actual guidance and advice. And using the Apple Watch with the workouts is also another added layer of connection that you have with your trainer. It's not entirely necessary, but using an Apple Watch with the app is really helpful because it can analyze your movements to ensure that you're doing the workout properly. And of course, any other health information can be sent to your coach. So it is pretty next level. And over 75% of Copilot clients continue to work out after 100 days, which means Copilot clients are 9 times more successful at sticking to their fitness goals. But if you would like to try Copilot, then you can click my link, copilot.com/hitomi to get 14 free days with your own expert health and fitness coach. And I'm just feeling really good in my body. I want to flex, but I don't know if that's really corny. Yeah, I'm feeling really strong. And I love that feeling so much. So grateful. But let's get back into these yummy recipes I've been making every single week. Next, I wanted to share my favorite salad dressing lately, which is a tahini green goddess dressing. You're just going to put 1/2 cup of tahini into a blender with 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and 2 tablespoons of tamari. Then I just used a handful of parsley and the juice of 1 small lemon. You can adjust the amount of lemon juice as per your taste. And then I also added about 1/4 cup of water, but just kind of add in water to your desired thickness. And I will usually keep this in my fridge for 3 to 4 days in an airtight container. I'm assembling a very simple fall kind of salad with my salad greens, and I'm adding a big scoop of quinoa, which is nice and protein rich, and some chopped up apples, some pumpkin seeds, my goddess dressing on top, which I think goes with so many things. You can put this on macro bowls and wraps. Sweet potato is really good for that fall vibe, and some roasted miso vegetables would be really good, but this is once again a 5-minute meal. Apples and quinoa. Quinoa is really easy to cook or just have meal prepped, and you just chop up an apple. So yeah. This is another soup that I make on the regular. It's a wonton miso soup. It's so nourishing, and I feel like I really impress my friends when I make this, but I'm starting off with the filling using some toasted sesame oil and some ginger. You can also use onion and garlic. You can add literally anything you want to this filling. Some of my favorites include tofu and mushrooms, but this one is super simple, just using shredded cabbage and carrot, and then adding rice vinegar and tamari to taste. So make sure that you're just ready to nibble on this and try it throughout the cooking process. Starting off with a veggie broth base because I feel like it always makes miso soup more creamy, and I'm using this chickpea based miso that it has a different flavor, but it has less sodium, which I really enjoy. And then I'm adding in some tofu, then drizzled in some rice vinegar and tamari to taste once again. Now let's get into creating these little wontons. It's very simple, but it can take a bit of practice, so the first ones might not be perfect. You can use store-bought wonton wrappers or make your own. I just usually use store-bought because it's one step less, but I personally didn't love this brand. Regardless, just put a little dollop of your filling inside of your wonton dough and basically just get the edges of it wet. Meet 2 corners together and seal them on the sides, kind of like an empanada, but instead of just leaving it as is, you're going to get another 2 corners wet and meet those 2 together, and that's literally all that you have to do to make wontons, and you can make so many of these with filling. I usually have a whole plate full and some left over that I freeze and continue to reuse in soups. These are surprisingly filling. I really stuff mine too with over a tablespoon of the filling in each, so you're really getting a good meal out of this. As you can see, I barely ever use measurements for things, so just eyeball how much you want. You can make this a much smaller serving size. I personally love always having leftovers, but you can make a lot less dumplings and just make enough soup for one meal if you so choose. You can add some fresh spring onions to the top. You can add some spice to this, fresh ginger and onion to the broth as well if you'd like. It's so customizable, but just really, really yummy. And I wanted to include a sweet dessert recipe in here because every now and then I'm really craving some fudgy, rich chocolate, and these brownies really satisfy my craving. And this is a recipe that I will have linked down below. It's not my own, but it's really simple, gluten-free and vegan. I'm showing off these bowls that I made in ceramics, but you just need some cacao powder, oats, and maple syrup. Those are basically the base ingredients, and you're just gonna mix all those together in a bowl. And these brownies are so rich and fudgy that just having one is enough for me, which is kind of unheard of with me and sweets, but they really do hit in all the right places, so I highly recommend. This has been a very consistent breakfast for me lately, just eating it right off the cutting board, but it's just toast. We have one with avocado, nutritional yeast, furikake, some salt and pepper, and then this is strawberry and almond butter. Oh my goodness, I normally only eat PB&J type things when I'm hiking, but I just love the way that it tastes. We have some healthy fats, and this is all on Ezekiel bread. So I am plant-based with a peanut allergy. I'm allergic to peanuts, cashews, pistachios, a short list, and it has been a challenge sometimes, but I make my own granola and it's really yummy. It's just a nut granola. So this one has almonds, walnuts, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sesame seeds. None of those are salted except for the sesame seeds, which in my opinion adds the perfect amount of saltiness. And then for the sweet element, I added mulberries and goji berries, which are so delicious and some of my favorite granola items. And this is my monthly granola. I snack on it. I put it in yogurt, on smoothie bowls, in oatmeal bowls, and it's really yummy, really simple, accessible snack. Also, I made this little ceramic dish. The glaze came out kind of interesting, huh? It melted. A little bit wonky. This kind of replaces granola bars for me since a lot of them do have nuts that I can't eat. Hello, I am hiking my pack for a 4-day hiking trip. I'm sure some of you can guess where I am, but more updates in the next video. I just wanted to show you some of the snacks that I'm bringing so that you can get an idea of what I bring with me hiking. We got some dried fruit, also bringing mangoes. These are bananas. Have my beautiful granola double sealed for extra protection because this is precious. I have this kitchery, which we may or may not bring because it could take a while to boil and cook. Some hot chocolate. This has a bunch of yummy mushrooms in it and some coconut sugar, and it's gonna feel really good. This is a new discovery of mine this past year, miso cups. These are basically like cup of noodles, but healthier because it's literally just miso, and then we're bringing our own ramen to eat with this, but it's a powder that you put into a cup and it is instant miso soup, and the flavor of it is so good. I'm kind of addicted to this form of miso. These are some power wraps that have a decent amount of fat and protein, and I got a Mexican and curry flavor. But yes, these are some of my snacks for the next 4 days, and then so many bars, Hitomi approved granola bars that I can eat, and I'm just really excited. And a really quick reminder to click my Copilot link right down below for 14 free days with your own expert health and fitness coach. And I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video, being curious about showing up differently to your relationship to food, or simply trying some new recipes. I'm so grateful to share and to have any other living human being care about my soul's journey and all the things that I've come to know and the things that I don't know yet. That was kind of corny, but I mean it. I'm just so grateful that there's so many beautiful earth angels connecting on this little platform, and that everything that, you know, all the love and prayers that we share with each other just ripple out and are so felt, and my heart is just feeling so full and grateful for you. I cherish you, and I will see you in a video soon. Bye! Also, peep the vintage Venezuela sweater. Represent my homeland. Okay, bye.